This is Adrian Manz. If you'd like a copy of my book, Around the Horn, A Trader's Guide to Consistently Scoring in the Markets, visit TraderInsight.com, where you'll receive a 30% discount and 3-day shipping. That's the best price anywhere, only from Trader Insight.
From Los Angeles, TraderInsight.com presents Dr. Adrian Manz in the war room and at the helm with today's look at stocks and sectors on the radar.
For TraderInsight.com, I'm Adrian Manz, and this is Stocks and Sectors on the Radar for Friday, February 20th, 2009. On Thursday, Dow Jones Industrials down 89.68 to close at 74.65.95. We had 859 advancers, 2,221 decliners, and NYSE total volume at 1.49 billion shares. Not a good day, once again, if you are long this market. Over on the S&P 500, down 948 on the session to close at 778.94. That's not surprising. Financials got hammered all day long once again. NASDAQ 100 down 21 points at 1167.89, and the NASDAQ comp down 25.15 to close at 1442.82. Not a good day to be long anything in terms of the broader markets. The Dow, yesterday we spoke about the fact that this was a backdoor slider setup. It was coming on the heels of this bigger picture backdoor slider setup, so I said don't look for as big of a punch to the downside as we had the first time around. It's exactly what happened. We wound up down 89, almost 90 points on the session, but no real big thrust lower again. Look for that in the coming days. If we continue to have days inside this, I'm still going to call this a backdoor slider setup, even though we're down below the fastball low. Most likely direction for this market is a continuation move lower, although at this point we are severely oversold and of course due for a bounce. The key here though is, and you've heard this from probably anybody and everyone who ever talks about things being oversold, a market can continue to be oversold for a very long time. Now yesterday I got a ton of emails from people saying, Thursday is it's getting us into options expiration. Are you crazy? Do you really think this market's going to go lower? It always bounces into options expiration. That's what the market does. And, if you got my response today, it was, well, not this time around, not in my opinion, even though we did get that move off the open that looked like maybe the market was going to move higher. Market's sick. The internals are sick. All the news from Wall Street is bad. We don't have any kind of earnings out there that are in the good news camp, and until we have something really positive coming our way, the path of least resistance is not going to be to the upside. Now let's take a look at the setups from last night, see what triggered and what we were able to do with it, and then we'll get into the stocks to watch list for Friday's trading, which includes some household products, consumer stuff, insurance, and some home builders. Of the stocks we looked at yesterday, only BPT made the move. We had a nice little fastball continuation move to the downside. We see here that the stock opened, traded progressively lower, got down below, closed up above yesterday's close. We don't really care about that. All we're concerned about is the intraday price action. Now let's have a quick look, since I did have a question about how to approach these things. We see the stock opened, traded higher initially, came down, and got us into yesterday's closing range. That closing range then makes for a decent 5-minute stop, right? We see that support and resistance from the previous sessions holding up. If you look at an intraday 25 tick chart, gives you the same kind of data. So using that 62.33, 62.35 area as a stop loss, we then waited for the entry price, which yesterday we identified as being 61.99. So we see that we got triggered in on that big bar move lower. Gets you in, gets you down, nice little profit there, down into about 61.39 by the time it reverses. Probably worth waiting and seeing rather than taking the 10 or 15 cents off. Waiting and seeing to determine whether or not we're going to get a reversal to our stop or a reversal back lower. Logical target on this thing, of course, is the first support area. That's exactly where we wound up on it. And then the violation of the first support up to the upside gets us out of the trade. Really not a bad trade. $1.20 or so a share by the time everything was said and done. Just a stock to keep on the radar, keep on the watch list. That's how I use these things. If they hit, they hit. If they don't, they don't. Everything else from the list yesterday wound up having an inside day, no trigger. No dance for the session, but the one that did go, of course, nice profit on the session. All right, let's look at Friday's opportunities here. I've got on the radar, I've got Clorox Company. That's ticker symbol CLX. Trade below $49.85. Gonna have me looking for a switch hitter entry on the downside, so a short position in CLX if I see widespread weakness and weakness in the consumers in particular. I have CVS Caremark Corporation, ticker symbol CVS. This is also in the consumers. This is drug and retail. Trade below $28.35 or so. Gonna have me looking for an infield fly reversal move to the downside, so another short side entry on this one. Then I have HCC Insurance Holdings Incorporated. This is in the insurances. Ticker symbol is HCC. Fastball, expansion of range, expansion of volume. Trade below $22.29 a share. Gonna have me looking for a short side opportunity there with a target down in the support and resistance area that was established between October and December, right around $21.87. Next one I've got, also an insurance, Torchmark Corporation, ticker symbol TMK. This one's a fastball, expansion of range, expansion of volume, $24.75, going to be my likely trigger on weakness in the insurance sector. In the home builders, I've got them all, right, except for the ones that are no longer trading above $5 a share. Can't short those. I've got Lennar Corporation, that's ticker symbol LEN, trade below $5.75, believe it or not. Gonna be the entry on a short side move in the home builders and in the broader markets. Centex Corporation, ticker symbol CTX, same deal, fastball move. It's sort of a sloppy setup again. You don't have a decent consolidation, no pullback, but still looks like it's got potential to move lower. $6.40, $6.39 a share, somewhere in there. Gonna have me looking at the short side. Ryland Group, ticker symbol RYL. Fastball, expansion of range, expansion of volume. Trade below $14.65 in RYL. Gonna have me looking for a short side entry. And finally, in the home builders, I've got Toll Brothers, another one, fastball, expansion of range. This one didn't have a nice expansion of volume, and we see that it's not the widest range of the past 10 sessions. All the home builders are sort of not great textbook kind of setups, but TOL, once again, this thing just has that look about it. Looks like it could see some downside if we see additional movement lower in the financials and in the home builder sector. Then finally, we've got one more in oil and gas. This is in storage and transportation, but should give us a pop to the downside if the sector moves. This one is ticker symbol WMB, Williams Companies Incorporated. Fastball, expansion of range, big expansion of volume on Thursday. Trade below $12.25 a share. Gonna have me looking to short this one as well. So if you have any questions, shoot me an email, adrian@traderinsight.com. Use protective stops on every trade and have a great trading day on Friday.